All right. जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो गोपी जन वल्लभ जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो गोपी जन वल्लभ जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो गिरिवरधारी जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी जयो राधा माधव जयो कुंज बिहारी नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशकारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरवृंदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन गौर हरि। जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे। जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय सुदर्शना। जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह। जय सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीता राम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव। हरि बोल 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 हरि बोल। हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि 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 बोल। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम राधे श्याम। So welcome everyone to another class of Bhagavad Gita, the Nectarian, Srimad Bhagavad Quran. We'll start with Mangalacharan. I believe everybody has a copy of the Bhagavad Gita. Page 1 are the prayers. And if you don't, you can just see the screen and follow the Mangalacharan. You can keep yourselves muted and please recite the prayers along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatamvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Devi Govind Swami Niti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharini निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणी. So, welcome everyone. Let's see who all are there today. So I welcome all the new participants for class today. We will be doing chapter 2, verse 47. And you can note down your questions as we progress verse-wise. And at the end of class, we'll take all the doubts and questions. Okay? So I think Varsha is going to read the 47th verse.
Yeah.
Okay.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मा फले हेतु भूर्मासे संगोस्तव कर्मणि. You have a right to perform your prescribed duty, but you are not entitled to the fruits of action. Never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities, and never be attached to not doing your duty.
Yes. So this is a very famous verse of the Bhagavad Gita. जिसने भी भगवद गीता नहीं पढ़ी है, ये वर्स जरूर सुना हुआ है. And everybody uses this verse or like a sword in their life, that yes, I am following the Bhagavad Gita because I know what the crux of the Bhagavad Gita is. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Do your duty, phal ki ichha mat karo. Karm karte jao, phal ki ichha mat karo. That's the first line that usually everybody remembers, but hardly anybody can recite the second line. Ma karma phala hetur bhur ma te sango astava akarmani, which means never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activities and never be attached to not doing your duty. This line is more important than the first line. In fact, this line gives meaning to the first line of Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So, because this is a very important verse and it's a small purport, let's read the whole purport and then I'll explain it to you. Varsha, do you want to read?
Okay. There are three considerations here: prescribed duties, capricious work, and inaction. Prescribed duties are activities enjoined in terms of one's acquired modes of material nature. Capricious work means actions without the sanction of authority, and inaction means not performing one's prescribed duties. The Lord advised that Arjuna not be inactive, but that he perform his prescribed duty without being attached to the result. One who is attached to the result of his work is also the cause of the action. Thus, he is the enjoyer or sufferer of the result of such actions. As far as prescribed duties are concerned, they can be fitted into three subdivisions, namely routine work, emergency work, and desired activities. Routine work performed as an obligation in terms of the scriptural injunctions, without desire for results, is action in the mode of goodness. Work with results becomes the cause of bondage. Therefore, such work is not auspicious. Everyone has his proprietary right in regard to prescribed duties, but should act without attachment to the result. Such disinterested obligatory duties doubtlessly lead one to the path of liberation. Arjuna was therefore advised by the Lord to fight as a matter of duty without attachment to the result. His non-participation in the battle is another side of attachment. Such attachment never leads one to the path of salvation. Any attachment, positive or negative, is cause for bondage. Inaction is sinful. Therefore, fighting as a matter of duty was the only auspicious path of salvation for Arjuna.
Yes. So everybody knows that we are not this body, we are this soul. हम शरीर नहीं है, हम आत्मा है. ये हम सब बोलते हैं. We know this. But what exactly does that mean? Practically, what does it mean? That we are not this body and we are an Atma. It means that I am pure consciousness. I am not just this body, but I am consciousness. So that will not do, because the position of consciousness is activity. And what are we talking about here? Body is active. Like right now, my body is active. Because of this body, I'm speaking to you. And because you have a body, you are hearing me. And we did Sankirtan together. Yes. Because why could we, you and me, how could we use our bodies? Because there is consciousness in our body. There is a spiritual spark in our body. And that's how you and me are able to use our bodies to communicate, to Sankirtan together, to hear and talk. Therefore, the position of consciousness is activity. If there is no consciousness in me right now, the body will just fall down flat. So despite having all the organs and despite having all working parts of the body, if there is no consciousness, the body is not going to work. So the main part is how to keep myself always in this understanding that I am pure consciousness and I am not this body. थोड़ी देर के लिए हमें ध्यान में आता है कि हाँ consciousness की वजह से मेरी body चल रही है, but then we forget 99% of the time during the day we forget that this body is running because of the consciousness, the spiritual spark inside the body. And therefore we start working on the bodily plane, that I am the body and actually I am the soul. Our understanding should be मैं आत्मा हूँ, इस आत्मा को इस body के cage में डाला गया है right now. It is inconvenient. It's very inconvenient. I am actually a soul and I'm right now trapped inside this body. So we have to make the best use of a bad bargain. Although I am actually a soul and a soul is much lighter, it has a 360-degree consciousness. But because of this body, we are engaged in this body. I don't require this body, but somehow or the other, I have come into this body. I'm engaged. And all my sufferings are because of me having come into this body. If I had not come into this body, I would have been free from birth and death. As also, I would be free from old age and disease. But because I have taken this body, Janma Mrityu Jada Vyadhi has come to me, buy one get one free. वो मुझे automatically, naturally मिल ही गई इसके साथ, right? This consciousness has to permeate in our lives. We have to be aware of this consciousness at all times. Then we are working on a spiritual platform. Spirituality does not mean कि आपने 10 मिनट, आधा घंटा, 1 घंटा सुबह पूजा पाठ कर लिया, शाम को कुछ थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ लिया. So my spiritual, that's my spiritual life. Spirituality or consciousness means that I am always aware that actually I am a soul, but I have been given this body, so I don't have to work on the bodily platform. For example, and how do you do that? By keeping yourself engaged, by keeping your body engaged in spiritual activities. For example, छोटे बच्चे को आप अगर किसी भी छोटे बच्चे को बोलोगे चुपचाप बैठ जाओ, don't play. How long can the child sit without playing? Well, he may sit थोड़ी देर के लिए आपके सामने आपके डर से, but जैसे ही आप distract हुए या उससे opportunity मिली, he will again start playing or doing mischievous activities. But if you have to keep the child out of mischievous activities, the smarter way and the better way is to give him some engagement, to keep his mind occupied in some positive engagement so that he does not get into mischievous activities. Correct? That is the intelligent way of engaging the child. Similarly, our mind is also like a wayward child. And this mind, time and again, is going to get into mischievous activities by thinking and working on the bodily platform. But the moment you engage it, start engaging it in spiritual consciousness, then it behaves itself. And then you lead a spiritual understanding of karmanne vadikaraste, whatever work you are doing. So the whole aim of human life is to get away from this material bodily consciousness and to be situated in a spiritual life. So actually you have to begin a professional spiritual life. You know, that professional spiritual life is actually explained here in this verse. Karma means work, but one should not think that because I'm not this body, I will not work. Now I will stop working. So if you stop working, then your idle brain will again become a devil's workshop. Therefore, the Lord is saying that the technique of acting on the spiritual platform is that you have a right to act according to your position. But ma phaleshu kadachana. You should not desire to enjoy the fruits of your activities. This is the technique. This is the secret. If I want to enjoy the fruits of my activities, then what will it be? Suppose I'm a businessman, I've made profit of $10 million this year. So do you think that I should not enjoy this huge amount of money? But Bhagavad Gita says, Ma felishu kadachana. You cannot take the fruitive result of your work. So if I do, then what will that be? Ma karma phala heturbu. Don't be the cause of your activities. For then you will be bound by their effects. So don't be the cause. Then the effect will not touch you. Ma karma phal heturbhur ma te sango astav akarmani. So then you will say, okay, better is that I'll not do anything because work binds me. Mujhe kaam hi nahi karna hai. Because you're saying that all work is going to bind me. So I don't want to do anything. No, that is also not. Second verse mein ye option bhi aapke liye band kar diya gaya hai. Krishna is saying, no, that is also not permitted. You have to do work. You cannot stop acting because by nature, the spirit soul cannot stay idle. You cannot stay idle even for a second. You have to breathe constantly. Even to maintain this body, you have to do some work constantly. So you cannot stay idle. But at the same time, you cannot take the fruitive result of your activities. So what does that mean? We have to understand this very cautiously. Everybody has his particular position, and according to his position, there is a particular kind of work that all of us are doing. So the Lord says that you have to work, you cannot stop working, but you should not enjoy the fruits of this work. This is something like spiritual communism. For example, what happens in a communist country? आपका पैसा आपका नहीं होता. Whatever you earn, you have to give it to the government, and then the government spends it for everyone equally, right? Now, if you start working with the consciousness that whatever is happening right now, this body is working right now, even if I'm breathing, it's not because of me. This is because of a spiritual force inside me, a higher force inside me that is running this body. And if I'm achieving a result also, that also is not because of me. I am not the doer. That also is happening because there is a higher power that is giving me the advantage of this result, or that is giving me the success of this result, of this work that I have done. So then you will not take a credit for whatever you are doing. And similarly, if there is loss, or you fail in something, or there is some unfortunate incident that has happened in your life, you will not get disturbed by that as well, because you will consider both profit and loss coming to you not by your own efforts, but just because you're doing it like a duty. You have to perform your actions just like you're doing a duty, without taking credit for your success and without getting disturbed for the losses that come into your life. Then what is the result of this kind of a living? You will be free of the karmic reaction. जो हम इंडिया में हम सब बहुत ओपनली और फ्रीली कहते हैं कि जो डेस्टिनी में लिखा है वो तो भोगना ही है. जो हमारे what is that word that we use very frequently? जो हमारी नहीं, नॉट प्रारब्ध. डेस्टिनी में हम क्या बोलते हैं हमेशा? किस्मत. जो किस्मत में लिखा है वो तो भोगना ही है. ये सब किस्मत का खेल है. सुख दुख तो किस्मत की वजह से मिला हुआ है. बट दिस इन दिस वर्स कृष्णा इज सेइंग कि आप इस किस्मत से भी छुटकारा पा सकते हो. देयर इज नो नीड टू सफर the reactions of good and bad karma. But how will you not suffer the reaction of good karma and the reaction of bad karma? By doing nishkarma yoga, which means that when you start working only for the Lord, you give this body up, you use this body for working for the Lord and just following his instructions and working according to how he is explaining in the Bhagavad Gita, then जो भी आप कर्म करते हैं उसका आपको फल भोगना नहीं पड़ेगा. और इसका क्या रिजल्ट होगा? एज अ रिजल्ट यू विल get freedom from this cycle of birth and death. So if you say, where is God, to whom I must offer all my fruitive results, that point is offered by Nishkam Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga. So as far as the Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the Lord says, whenever there is a flaw in the standard process of religiosity, I incarnate on this earth. Sometimes the Lord comes himself, sometimes he sends his representative, sometimes he leaves some books of knowledge, like he left the Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years back. So in this way, the whole process from God's side is to put us always back on the right path. So whatever we earn, if not the whole thing, at least some portion can be engaged in the service of the Lord, for propagating God consciousness. This is an example of engaging the results of our fruitive activities in the service of the Lord. This is called a spiritual state of mind. Okay, so this question has come to be discussed by Lord Krishna to Arjun. Why? Because Arjun is a military man. And Bhagavad Gita was spoken to him on a battlefield. World War शुरू होने वाला है और philosophy की बातें हो रही हैं battlefield पे. So Arjun was hesitating to perform his duty, to kill or not to kill. Should I kill? They are my own people. They are my kinsmen. They are my family. I will not fight. So what is Krishna saying? Your duty as a Kshatriya is to be engaged in this war on my instruction. So if you are fighting based on my instruction, neither will you get profit nor will you get loss. Na paap lagega, na punya lagega. As a result, you will be freed and you will go back. You will get liberation. You will get mukti. If you are working according to my instructions, you are not going to get any reaction. But if you feel मेरे लोग हैं ये मेरा काम है, ये मेरा देश है, मेरे लोग हैं और मुझे नुकसान होगा अगर मैं ऐसा करूंगा और मुझे फायदा होगा अगर मैं ऐसा करूंगा, then you have kept yourself the center of your work. Then whatever you do, you will be bound. You will get the reaction of whatever you are doing. So body consciousness and spiritual consciousness, these are two different levels of living your life. So a spiritually conscious person, outwardly bahar se, he will look like any ordinary person, but the difference is in his consciousness. He is not doing his day-to-day activities on the bodily platform. He is living very mindfully. He's taking all decisions according to the instructions given in the Bhagavad Gita, according to how Lord Krishna is explaining to him. He's following all the rules and regulations as given in the Bhagavad Gita, and he's trying to conduct all his actions like a duty. I have to raise my family. If you're a woman, then whatever duties, constitutional duties naturally that have come to you from birth, you are just performing them as a duty unto the Supreme Lord by following the rules and regulations given in the Shastra. So anything which is done for the supreme cause becomes transcendental. So Krishna says, you should not stop working, but you should work cautiously for the supreme cause. That is the way of working on the spiritual platform. So not working is also not an option. However, taking credit for whatever you are doing and whatever success you have got is also not the right way. कर्मण्ये वाधिकारस्ते, you have a right to perform your prescribed duty. Duty से आप भाग नहीं सकते, duty आपको करनी ही है. Otherwise, Krishna would have said, Arjun, you are nothing but spiritual spark soul. You have nothing to do with this body. तुम बैठ जाओ, मैं ही सबको मार देता हूँ. मैं ही सारा ये I have come for this purpose only, to kill all these demoniac kings. I'll kill him. You just go and live in the Himalayas and do dhyan, yoga and meditation. He didn't say that. He said, I will not do anything. This is your duty. You will do your duty. आप युद्ध करोगे as a kshatriya. But don't think that you're doing it for yourself. You're doing it as per my instructions. So never consider yourself the cause of the results of your activity. ये युद्ध जब आप जीत भी जाओगे, don't consider yourself the cause of this win. And never be attached to not doing your duty, and don't run away from your responsibility and duty also. So do it in a very detached way. Yes, Neelam? Okay, so let's this verse, the clarity of this verse will automatically come to you in the verse 48, 49, 50 and 51. So don't worry, as we progress ये और clear हो जाएगा कि practically इसको क्या कैसे समझना है या क्या करना है इसमें. ठीक है? So who's reading verse 48? I think Vaishali, is she here?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hari bol Vaishali.
Okay. Padhu?
Yes, please do.
योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि संगम त्यक्त्वा धनंजय सिद्ध्य सिद्ध्योः समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते. Perform your duty equipoised, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga.
Okay, so now see how he's explaining to him further. He's trying to give him more clarity on this. So from studying the Bhagavad Gita or by deeply thinking over the matter, you come to understand, because second chapter हमने अभी जो किया, from I think the 11th verse of the second chapter to the 30th verse, Krishna has only explained to him about the nature of the soul. How you are not this body, you are just the soul, and what all involves, what are the qualities of the soul. So that is settled, that we have now thoroughly understood that we are not this body. This body is very, very temporary. It's like a shirt that we are wearing. और जैसे हम पुरानी शर्ट उतार के धोने में डाल देते हैं या जब वो पुरानी हो जाती है तो उसे फेंक देते हैं और नई शर्ट पहन लेते हैं, इस बॉडी की बस उतनी ही वैल्यू है. It is with us only for a little time. But still you have to work on the bodily plane, क्योंकि इस बॉडी को तो उतार के फेंक नहीं सकते, ये तो आपके साथ चिपकी हुई है. Your soul is entrapped in this. So how to, despite being inside this body, how to still work on the soul plane, or as a soul, how to live like a soul, like a spiritual consciousness. So an adjustment is required, right? For at the present moment, we are engaged in this body. So you can't say, oh, I will not work for this body. हम तो आत्मा है, हम शरीर नहीं है, इसलिए हम तो इस शरीर के लिए कुछ काम नहीं करेंगे. So you can work in such a way that even with this body, you are situated on a spiritual platform. Although you are in a bodily conception of life, you can still work on the spiritual platform. How? By your consciousness. The formula is Yogastha Kuru Karmani. This is the formula. How to do it? Yogastha means you remain in spiritual consciousness. भले ही आपको ये body मिली हुई है, लेकिन जो आपका दिमाग है, जो आपका mind है, उसको आप spiritually conscious रखिए. At the same time, you keep on doing your work, whatever work you have been given. Is that difficult? The technique is Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya. Remain without being touched by the bodily conception. How can that be done? Siddha siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. By being neutral. Siddha asiddhayo. How in the previous verse, Karmane Vadikaraste, Krishna is saying you have the right to work, but you don't have a right to the results. Don't be the cause of the effect, because then you will be bound up, right? So you will find in the Bhagavad Gita that the Lord says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Just a second, huh? Somebody has come. Yeah, sorry about that. So if we work in God consciousness, even though we are on the material platform, it will be accepted by the Supreme Lord. This is called Yogastha. Yog comes from the root word yuj. और युज का क्या मतलब है? To connect, to join. That's the meaning of yoga. So whatever you do, you join it with God consciousness, which is completely opposite to how we are living right now. The way we are living right now is, I have done this good work. Where is my result? I should have got this. Why haven't I got this as of now? Look at my neighbor. She has got so much. Look at my relative. She has got so much. Where is my pie? Where is my pudding? I have worked so hard. I have put in so much of sincere effort. Where is the result? In the next verse, Krishna will explain what is the great drawback of this kind of a mentality. And this mentality is only going to take you into more and more suffering, deeper and deeper suffering. Because this is the way misers think, Kripana think. So anyway, that is the next verse for now. Be situated in yoga or meditation. So the Lord never says stop your work. Arjun was Krishna's best friend. He was friend of God himself. But he never told Arjun, I am your friend, I'll supply you all the necessities of your life. You just don't have to work. But rather, Arjun was refusing to fight and Krishna was inducing him to fight. Uttisht, Uttisht, he was telling him, get up Arjun and fight. So on the spiritual platform, there is no question of stopping work. But one must work not for satisfying your desires. This is the great difference. You work, but you work for satisfying the Lord's desires. For that, you should know what are the Lord's desires. For that, you should know what is the connection between the Lord and you. For that, you should know why have you come to this planet Earth? क्यों आपको ये परिवार मिला है? और क्या ये परिवार को पालना ही आपकी लाइफ का उद्देश्य है? ये जो भी आप काम कर रहे हैं, is that only the goal of my life? Why am I here? What should I be doing? So that is why people, after having worked all their lives, they are all sitting in expectation that now something good should happen to them. It's payback time. It's time for God to pay them back. Oh, thank you very much. आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया and I am really under your debt. So I have to really pay back. This kind of a mentality is the cause of our suffering. Because we lived all our lives for our own pleasure. And that's binding us more and more into Pap and Punya, into this karmic cycle. But what is the technique Krishna is giving? The technique of working on the spiritual platform is Siddha Asiddhayo Samo Bhutva. Neither should you be anxious for success or failure of the attempt that you are making. Suppose you're working in some company, you're selling something. So you go out, you sincerely work all day long, and maybe you get some profit. Maybe say $100,000 ka aapko profit hua. Then next day you go, us din you couldn't sell anything at all. So zero profit hua. But end of the month, you're still getting your salary, right? चाहे एक दिन आप $100 का काम करके आए, एक दिन आप 0 का काम करके आए, but आपका एक fixed check है, which at the end of the month you get. So this is called Siddha Asiddhayo. You are working sincerely because you have been put into this current body with these current responsibilities. So you work without expecting that, oh, आज मैंने $100,000 का किया तो मुझे प्रॉफिट मिलना चाहिए, मेरे को भी इसमें हिस्सा चाहिए, आज मैंने इस कंपनी के लिए इतना सारा कमाया, मेरा हिस्सा कहाँ है? एंड देन जिस दिन आपने कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं किया, उस दिन यू से, ओह, मुझे माफ कर देना चाहिए बिकॉज मैंने पहले $100,000 इनको कमा के दिए. सो बोथ वेज वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग फ्रॉम द प्रॉफिट ऑल्सो, फ्रॉम द लॉस ऑल्सो. Whereas our attitude should be, I am here just to work for this company and do my duty well. And at the end of the month, whatever paycheck I am getting is what I'm going to be satisfied with. Because neither am I responsible for the profit in this company, nor am I responsible for the loss here. I'm simply here to put in my best and do my work. This is called Siddha Asiddhayo Samo Bhutva. You are the same in profit or loss. That way you will not feel that you are the doer. कि ये जो भी काम हो रहा है आपकी वजह से हो रहा है. Actually पत्ता भी नहीं हिल सकता without the will of the Lord. So what to say, speak of you and me achieving. And similarly, children are not raised by parents actually. Because parents give themselves great credit that we raised our children. Children are also raised because even despite the best intention of parents, when a child has to die, it dies. Even though the parents do the best, give him the best medical treatment, if it's time for him to leave, parents can't save. So you cannot take credit for anything that you do in life because it is happening by the supreme will of the Lord through you. You are just an instrument. So consider yourself an instrument. Treat yourself like an instrument. Give yourself importance only as much as that of an instrument. And there is a higher force using you like an instrument. But be the best instrument that you can be. Don't obstruct the will of the Lord by a wrong attitude. If you behave like this, what is the advantage of this kind of an attitude or this kind of a consciousness? You will be free from kismat, from the repercussion, the effect of paap and punya. आपको ना पाप का कर्म फल लगेगा, ना पुण्य का कर्म फल लगेगा. Now some of you may feel sad. अरे पुण्य भी नहीं मिलेगा. What about all that puja part and dan and all those things, good things that I did, the charity? पुण्य भी नहीं मिलेगा. So again, the next few verses are going to explain how that is also a very small-mindedness, a very miserly attitude if we are trying to look for results of punya. So this fighting is my plan, Krishna is telling Arjun. So if you work for my plan, you will neither have to enjoy nor suffer as a reaction because you are working under my instructions. This is called Yogasthaha. Yogasthaha means if you are working on behalf of the Lord, you are following his instructions and working according to his instructions, you are free from bondage. Any kind of karmic bondage, you are free. And if you're free of karmic bondage, you do not have to take birth again. You are free from the terrible, vicious, painful cycle of birth and death. Birth again, death again reincarnation. आप उससे मुक्त हो जाते हैं. योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि त्यक्त्वा संगम धनंजय. धनंजय कौन है? अर्जुन. Krishna is telling him, Arjun, don't be attached to profit and loss. जो तुम सोच रहे हो इस वक्त कि अगर मैं अपने प्रियजनों को मार लूंगा तो मुझे नर्क मिलेगा, लेकिन अगर मैं इनको नहीं मारूंगा तो कम से कम मुझे स्वर्ग तो मिलेगा. तो आप अपना प्रॉफिट और लॉस सोच रहे हो, अपनी बैलेंस शीट बना रहे हो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस की. Simply do your duty. Don't care for success or failure. If you are steady in both success or failure, that is called yoga. This is yoga. Sangam tyaktva means don't be associated with the result of the work. और हम इतना सा भी काम करते हैं, immediately we say, where is my result? I should be getting a lot of good result for this work that I have done. Let the result come, whatever it may be. You just do your duty nicely for the sake of the Supreme Lord. Kartritva. Kartritva means doer. Never think that you are the Kartritva, that you are the doer. You are not the doer, you are simply being ordered to do something and you work like that. Isse kya hoga? You will get a servant mentality. You will not get a Lord mentality. Give me my result. Give me the benefits. Give me happiness. I have worked so hard to raise my family, to do this, to do that. Now, where is my quota of happiness? Give it to me. That mentality is an offensive mentality. And सबसे बड़ा नुकसान इसको सिर्फ जो ये mentality रखता है उसी को इसका नुकसान है और किसी को नहीं है. But when you have a service mentality, oh dear Lord, I am here, you have put me here for a higher plan. Kindly engage me like your instrument, and I humbly will be your instrument and I'll work according to your instructions. If you have this kind of a mentality, then you are freed from this profit, the pain of profit and loss that will come in your life, throughout your life. Okay. Prabhupada gives a very nice example that supposing you take a rod to kill a snake. Now, the person who is holding the rod is actually killing the snake. But the rod starts feeling, oh, I have killed the snake. I am high and mighty. मेरी वजह से क्योंकि मैं भारी हूँ, क्योंकि I am strong and heavy, and because of me the snake died. But no, the hand that held the rod actually killed the snake. The rod was just an instrument. And we are that rod. Whatever is happening in our lives is actually happening by a higher will. Whatever results that we are getting, whatever successes that we are getting, we are just an instrument. There is a divine power that is accomplishing all of that. So if we have a humble service attitude of being an instrument in the hands of the Lord, then we work according to his instructions. And yoga sthitaha, we work on behalf of him. We don't become lords ourselves. But right now we have an offensive mentality of being the lords and masters. And the whole education system is training us like this. Think big, achieve big, be a dreamer, be an achiever. And then they are given awards, big awards, and made to feel that this achievement happened because of you. You are the doer, you are the kritva, aapki wajah se you are. And then that jiva starts feeling that, yeah, it's me. I'm the one who has done all of this. But our life should be so formed that there is a God consciousness in every activity that we do. This word is very significant actually. Yogastha. You don't have to separately be seated in meditation. Meditation करके हम क्या कर लेंगे? आधा घंटा, 1 घंटा सुबह, आधा घंटा, 1 घंटा बाद में. But with Yogastha, with Buddhi Yoga, you can be in meditation 24 hours a day, every time, every second, in every activity. This is the platform of Yogastha Guru Karmani. You mold your life in such a way that 24 hours a day you are in God consciousness, not on bodily consciousness. You work like an instrument of the Lord. So practically, इसका example हम ऐसे देख सकते हैं that you're going to work, you're bringing in money. You can say that I'm earning for the Supreme Lord. And because of His Kripa, I have got this success and I have been able to earn this money and bring it home. And then when the wife is cooking, she can feel, with this consciousness that the Lord very kindly and mercifully has given me these facilities for cooking. Let me cook for Him and serve Him and offer Him. And then we, all of us, can partake the remnants. Similarly, so whatever you are doing, whether you are earning, whether you are cooking, whether you are eating, even the act of eating, such a simple thing as eating, can also become an act of God consciousness. Why am I eating? Because my body is dedicated. My body, I have to maintain this body to become an instrument of the Lord. So I have to feed this body. So even the act of eating can become with God consciousness. That I have to maintain this body, not to become Miss World or Miss Universe and get all the credit and take all the credit for myself. But it's very short-lived. My life is very temporary. And I am going to use this body as an instrument of the Lord. Therefore, I have to work, I have to do yoga, I have to do these exercises so that I can keep this body healthy so that I can use it in the service of the Lord. This is God consciousness. This is Yoga Sata. This is called yoga of the mind. Sleeping is for God consciousness. Your sleeping is also God consciousness. So you can mold all the activities of your life with this consciousness, that I have to keep this body fit, working for Him. So the idea is that anyone who is doing something for the sake of the Lord is freed from reactions. Is consciousness ka biggest advantage kya hai? You are freed from all the reactions of Pap and Punya. But anyone who is doing something on his own account, where he takes credit, मैंने किया, मेरी वजह से हुआ, नुकसान किसी और की वजह से हुआ, उसकी गलती की वजह से हुआ, मेरी वजह से नहीं हुआ, he is going to be entangled more and more in action and reaction. So this is the technique of becoming Yogastha. Clear? Further, he will clear it even further in the next verse. Vaishali, do you want to read the next verse? 49.
Yeah. Yes. दूरेण यवरं कर्म बुद्धि योगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणाः फलहेतवः. O Dhananjaya, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers.
Yeah. So this is the word I was saying in the previous verse that he's going to explain. Very significant word. Kripana. Kripana matlab kanjus, miser. What is the opposite of Kripana? Brahmana. Brahmana matlab udar. He who has a large heart, who is working for the larger benefit of society. So, as we have explained in the previous verses, that Buddhi Yoga means devotional service to the Lord. So you have to do everything based on this Buddhi Yoga. This is the technique. Duren hi avaram karma buddhi yoga. Buddhi yoga. Karma buddhi yoga means you have to use your intelligence. Whether I'm doing this on the platform of pure consciousness Or am I doing it on the platform of body consciousness? On which platform am I working? Body consciousness or pure consciousness? Kripanaha phala hetavaha. So there are two classes of men. Kripana means a miser. Miser means in the material right now, हमारी understanding के हिसाब से miser कौन है? जिसके पास बहुत कुछ है, भरा हुआ है घर, लेकिन he does not want to spend it. He does not want to use it. Simply उसको देख के खुश होता रहता है. मेरे पास बहुत कुछ है. But ना खुद use करेगा, ना किसी और को use करने देगा. This is the definition of a miser. Kripana, isn't it? He just sees his money and he's satisfied. But he will not utilize it properly. Correct? And what is a Brahmin? Brahman matlab, he says, I have a spiritual identity. I am a part and parcel. I'm just a minute part of the Lord. And I have been made or sent here to do his will. So this means that he is utilizing his human body to the fullest potential, whereas a miser is underutilizing the human body. जैसे पहले earlier also I have given you this example कि चंदन की लकड़ी बहुत महंगी होती है. And this lady, एक बार एक राजा जंगल में भटक गए, and he was very thirsty, so he saw a hut of an old lady there who was living alone by herself, and she welcomed the king. She gave him water, she gave him whatever she had, and the king was so satisfied, and he was able to. It was stormy night, so he was able to pass that night. And the next morning, he said that he saw that she was living in such a terrible state. So to repay her for as a gratitude, he told her that there is a forest here of Chandan ki lakdiyan, and I'm going to give this forest to you. This forest from today belongs to you. In a way, he was trying to safeguard her future, that now her needs are taken care of, because just by these Chandan ki lakdiyan, they are so precious and so expensive, she will be able to pass her whole life without having to undergo any hardship or without depending on anyone or begging. And a few months later, when he went to check on that woman, he saw her again in that same terrible, poor state, begging. And he said, what are you doing? Why are you living like this? A few months back, I gave you a full garden of chandan trees. She said, oh, in these 6 months, I've used it all up to make a fire and keep myself warm. मैंने उनको जला जला के कोयले की तरह जलाकर गरम अपनी कुकिंग के लिए इस्तेमाल कर लिया, वो खत्म हो गया बगीचा. So I'm back to begging again. So she underutilized the great asset that had been given to her. She did not know the value of what the king had given to her. Had she known कि चंदन की लकड़ियां हैं, इसको जलाने की बजाय, just to keep yourself warm and to keep your body comfortable, इसको जलाने की जगह अगर आप इसको किसी pious activity में लगाओगे या बेचोगे, तो you are going to get enough money to even take care of your future generations. So all those misers who use this life just to enjoy themselves or to get credit for all the work that they have done are actually chandan ki lakdi ko jalakar raakh kar rahe hain. They are underutilizing this human form of life, and that's why Krishna is calling them a kripana. कि उनसे बड़ा अभाग्य दुर्भाग्यशाली आदमी नहीं कोई हो सकता. Who has, but a Brahman knows the value of this life and how it can be used in the best possible, highest possible way. So if you think that I'm earning for these, I'm earning my money, this hard-earned money I've got, ये सब इससे मैं I'm going to enjoy, I'm going to eat all these palatable dishes. Why do I have to offer all of this to the Lord? It is so cumbersome. First offer it to the Lord, thank him for everything, and then partake the remnants. I'm not going to do it. Then you are a Kripana. But a Brahman, he says, what to think of offering the foodstuffs or whatever God has given him. A Brahman's mentality and consciousness is, my body itself is an offering to you. Please use this body that you have only given me for in service for your own self. This is called liberality. I don't want to use this body that you have given to me for my own sense enjoyment. Or अच्छा खा लूं, और अच्छी तरह सो लूं, और अच्छी तरह sense enjoyment कर लूं. That is not the purpose why this body has been given to us. But how does a Brahmin, what is his mentality? What is his attitude? He says that I offer this body for the service of the Supreme Lord. So one who engages the body for sense enjoyment is a Kripana, a miser, but one who engages this body for the service of the Lord is a Brahman. So what is Krishna telling him here? Don't be a Kripana. Buddhau sharanam anvichha kripanaha phala hetva. It is clearly stated by the Lord in the future chapters. In the later chapter, he will say, whatever you do, yat karoshi yat juhoshi yat datnashi dadati yaj, which means whatever you do, whatever you take the trouble for, whatever you eat, whatever, everything else that happens, do it as an offering to me. And this is Karam Yoga. This is the real Karma Yoga. Karmanyevadikaraste. अब जाकर इसका मीनिंग क्लियर हुआ है in this verse. कर्मण्य, कर्म करते जाओ, फल की इच्छा मत करो. What is that karam? This is that karam. Whatever you do it for me. But the people have developed such a consciousness at the moment that whenever they hear of God or whenever they hear of some religion, at once they want to run away. Oh, we are secular. Sorry, we don't want anything to do with God or religion. But give me my enjoyment. मुझे मेरा हक चाहिए. Protests have increased, isn't it? All those protests are for rights. Where are my rights? I want my rights. I want comforts. I want this. I want that. But by practice of God consciousness, you will throw away all other work. Don't do any work which you cannot do in God consciousness. This is a Brahmana. All that work that takes you away from God consciousness or which does not allow you to serve the Lord should be thrown away. So, Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha Kripanaha Phala Hetva. Only those who are Kripana, those who are not self-realized, they hanker after enjoyment, sense enjoyment. All kinds of sensual pleasures, they are the ones. Kripanas are the ones. They want to enjoy the fruits of their labor. But Arjun, you should work on the spiritual platform, not do anything which cannot be done in God consciousness. By buddhi, by intelligence, take shelter of the Supreme Lord. And actually, you can connect everything to the Lord. For example, we are reading right now from this book. Or you're all in your homes. You must be having beautiful homes, a great furniture. You're right now sitting on a beautiful bed or a beautiful table or wherever. So, a Kripana will feel, देखो मैंने कमाया, मेरी वजह से आज मेरा घर इतना सुंदर है और हमने ये अपने घर को ऐसे सजाया है. And what is the right consciousness? Where is this, the raw material for this sofa or table coming from? It's coming from the market. Okay. From where is it coming from the market? From the jungle. And from where is it coming in the jungle? Who is supplying wood in the jungle? The Supreme Lord. Nobody can manufacture wood or trees in any factory. You're simply using the raw material of the Lord to convert it into something for your pleasure. You're not making it. Nobody can make it. We are simply plundering the riches given to us by the Supreme Lord, created by the Supreme Lord. बीज भी हम खुद नहीं बना सकते. बीज को संभाल के रख सकते हैं और उस बीज को ही हम यूज कर सकते हैं to create more trees and more wood, but we cannot create that. So all we are doing is we are just using it. There is God's hand in everything. कि उनकी दी हुई लकड़ी से ये हमारे घर में फर्नीचर आया है, and I'm able to enjoy it. So my dear Lord, how can I use myself and this body in your service? You have given me so much. So if you learn this technique on how to work on the platform of yoga, that's the highest platform of work. Do we have time for another verse? I think we should stop because it's already 5:08. What do you say? We can take questions and answers if somebody has any doubt. Binu, you are muted. So
No, some Nirja is speaking something.
Acha,
Nirja, you are muted, Nirja.
she has to, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi. I just joined today. It's my first class. And
Welcome.
yeah, thank you. Yes, to some extent, yes, I can understand. I can say very, very little, of course. I mean, for whatever we know. But yes, it's made the understanding much better. My question was that since I've not taken the previous ones, like you were talking about karma, and I mean, I could understand what you're talking today, but
Yeah.
the previous ones, how do I make up for all that I have missed out?
You haven't missed out much. Chapter 1 was just setting the scenes.
Okay.
We can, if you continue to be regular in the future classes, all of that will be revised and covered because the second chapter is just a continuation. The main Bhagavad Gita has started from the second chapter only.
Okay.
So and we are covering that, and the previous verses will be revised as we go further.
Okay.
And you can always ask your doubts if there is anything that you haven't understood, or if you feel that there is a link with the previous verse.
Yeah,
You can always
I mean,
ask that.
a lot of clarity in the sense, like my mother used to tell us, like अति सर्वत्र से होता है अरुचि ना तरधाय मलयाचल की भिरली चंदन दे जगलाय. That's how they used to say before, and I mean, Ati Aruchi was looked at in the concept of abundance of something. But today, I mean, it has given a different perspective altogether. So abundance not necessarily means abundance of riches or whatever. Abundance is even what we have is abundance as far as we are concerned, because it's not even ours.
Yeah, you have taken from God's stock.
Yeah.
How can you claim it to be yours?
Yes.
You are plundering his stock at every minute, every second. This is God consciousness. This is gratitude.
Yeah.
That's why they
So
say
that was very beautifully explained, and I'm glad like I attended that, because up till now my concept of Malyachal ki bhilni was very different.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All glories to. Thank you for saying that. So actually, when everything belongs to the Lord and everything is coming to us only by His mercy, the only thing that we can give back to Him is our labor and our service. This is the highest form of God consciousness. We are here to live a life of gratitude and give our labor to the Supreme Lord as an act of service. We are not here to lord it over the material nature. Let me enjoy. You know, I want to enjoy as much as A and B and C and D. इसी में हमारी सारी लाइफ निकल जाती है. It's not a life of gratitude. It's not a life of humility. It's a very arrogant life. And you will be implicated more and more in the reactions to whatever you are doing. Because every action has a reaction. Every thought, word, and deed has a reaction. And if your thoughts, words, and deeds are not in sync with God consciousness, then you are against God consciousness. So everything will have a repercussion, and in due course of time, it will come to you. कुछ reactions immediately मिल जाएंगे, कुछ reactions अभी pipeline में है, कुछ सालों के बाद मिलेंगे. And then we will howl even louder. What did I do to get this? So we have to correct our consciousness. Then we do not get any reactions, good or bad. As spirit soul, I'm a part and parcel of the Lord. But I'm thinking independently. I have no connection with the Lord. This is all my own achievement. This is a very horrible condition. And the whole world is suffering because of this misconception of life. We are being trained more and more into enjoy, more and more sense gratification. How can I enjoy better? And we even post it on Facebook and social media just to display, look how well I'm enjoying. My enjoyment is greater than yours. I can enjoy even better than you. Nobody is talking about service. How we can serve the Lord. We're only talking about our own sense gratification. Okay, does anyone have any questions? So if you work, the conclusion of today's topic is, if you work on the spiritual platform, you rid yourself of all the results of good work and bad work. You're free from all reaction. And if you're free of all reaction, you don't have to take birth again in this miserable condition of life. Aapka hisab barabar, loan has been repaid. You can go back home to the eternal world and live eternally in Sat, Chit and Anand, full of knowledge, no birth, death, old age and disease, and in bliss. Okay. So we did till 49, 49, sorry. And 50.
Till 49, Vanita, not 50.
49, yeah. So it's 5:15. That's what I was asking you guys. Do you want to do one more verse, or should we end here? We can do 50. एक और verse कर लेते हैं, छोटा सा ही है इसका purport भी. So we can start from the next. Vaishali, can you read verse 50?
Yeah. बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृत दुष्कृते तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योग कर्मसु कौशलम्. A man engaged in devotional service rids himself of both good and bad reactions even in this life. Therefore, strive for yoga, which is the art of all work.
There is some background sound. Yeah. So इसका purport, वैशाली आप purport भी पढ़ लीजिए, छोटा सा ही है.
Okay. Since time immemorial, each living entity has accumulated the various reactions of his good and bad work. As such, he is continuously ignorant of his real constitutional position. Once ignorance can be removed by the instruction of the Bhagavad Gita, which teaches one to surrender unto Lord Shri Krishna in all respect and become liberated from the chained victimization of action and reaction, birth after birth. Arjuna is therefore advised to act in Krishna consciousness, the purifying process of resultant action.
Yeah. So it's actually very clearly explained, doesn't require much. So buddhi yukta means when you work on the spiritual platform with your intelligence, buddhi ke saath, then jahati iha ube sukrita dushkrita. Sukrita dushkrita. For ordinary work, if you do good work, you get good result. If you do bad work or sinful work, you get a bad reaction. And you have to accept both. But those who work on the spiritual platform, they don't have to take the results of good work or bad work because they are transcendentally situated. So he has no good or bad. For example, Arjun, he was thinking that, oh, fighting of this nature is not good for me. That was his problem. Because he was again thinking on the bodily platform. He was working on body consciousness. But the same Arjun, when he came to spiritual consciousness, higher consciousness, he took to fighting. So does that mean that by understanding Bhagavad Gita, he took up some bad work? No. It simply means that by buddhi yukto jahati, if you start working on the spiritual platform, you rid yourself of all the results. So kismat unke upar kaam nahi karti. They don't undergo any reaction. So intelligence इसी में है that we work on the spiritual consciousness platform, not on the bodily consciousness. And how to do that, you will learn and understand verse by verse as we travel from chapter to chapter. Krishna is going to handhold Arjun into this technique on how to do this. You don't really have to read anything else or go anywhere else to understand. The Bhagavad Gita is sufficient in itself to give you this technique of living your life. Okay? Hare Krishna. So, shall we do the closing prayers? Who would like to repeat after me? Vinu, आप बोलेंगे? Okay. एकम शास्त्रम
एकम शास्त्रम
देवकी पुत्र गीतम
देवकी पुत्र गीतम
एको देवो
को देवो
देवकी पुत्र एव
की पुत्र एवा
एको मंत्रस
को मंत्रस
तस्य नामानि यानि
तस्य नामानि यानि
कर्मापि एकम
कर्माभि एक
तस्य देवस्य सेवा
से देवस्य सेवा
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव
एव माता च पिता त्वमेव
त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव
एव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव
त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव
एव विद्या तृणं त्वमेव
त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव
एव सर्वं मम देव देव
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
नाय वासुदेवाय
हरये परमात्मने
हरे परमात्मने
प्रणतक्लेशनाशाय
प्रणत क्लेश नाशाय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
नाय वासुदेवाय
देवकीनन्दनाय च
देवकी नंदनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नंद गोप कुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
वसुदेवं सुतं देवं
सुदेवं सुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
तमसे चाणूर
देवकी परमानन्दं
देवकी परमानंद
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
कृष्णा बंदे जगत गुरु
कात्यायनी महामाये
कायिनी महामाये
महायोगिनी अधीश्वरी
महायोगिनी अधीश्वरी
नंद गोप सुतम देवी
नंद गोप देवी
पतिं मे कुरुते नमः।
मे कुरुते नमः।
श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम
श्री कृष्ण शरणं मम
दासोऽहं कृष्ण तवास्मि।
दासोऽहं कृष्ण तवास्मि।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की
जय।
जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि 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 बोल। जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। राधे श्याम। So our next class, so we will start 15 minutes early because so that we can chant the Mangalacharan